Family and friends, welcome to the QUT graduation ceremony. The ceremony is about to commence. We kindly ask that your mobile phone be switched off or on silent mode until the end of our ceremony. In case of an emergency, please remain calm and follow the instructions of the venue ushers who will ensure your safety. We now welcome our real world graduates.
Hi, I'm Anne Sherry. I'm the Chancellor of QUT. I'm delighted to welcome you to your graduation ceremony and warmly congratulate you on being here today. As well as being a milestone for you, this occasion is a very important one for the university. To recognise that, this ceremony is modelled on the traditions of medieval European universities that date back 1,000 years. So we have a mace to symbolise authority, a Latin anthem, and academic dress styled in the traditions of that earlier time. More significantly at QUT, we celebrate the much older culture of the traditional owners of the land on which QUT stands, the Turrbal and Yagara people, whose customs and ceremonies date back more than 40,000 years. We pay our respects to their elders, laws, customs, and creation spirits. We have sought to deepen and expand the way in which you, as future decision makers, respect and value the precious contributions of those who've lived in this place for countless generations. As you have all discovered, QUT is a place where you've learnt new ways of thinking and doing. It's a place where you've been challenged to leave your comfort zone, to be bold and learn the practical skills you need to take the next steps in your career. And so I congratulate all of you on showing great commitment, courage, and achievement in qualifying to graduate today. Not only have you achieved academically, for many of you, coming to university may have required you to leave home, travel to a new country, or even persuade your inner voice or sceptical families that going to university would be worth the sacrifices. Just last year, more than 10,000 students graduated from QUT, joining the almost 300,000 professionals who are part of our global alumni network, of which I'm also a proud member. We look forward to welcoming many more students to QUT and supporting them while they study with us, as we have with you. We also look forward to supporting them in their chosen careers, whether in business, law, science, engineering, art, teaching, nursing, or many of the other pathways open to our graduates. I strongly encourage you to stay connected to QUT through our alumni network and to take advantage of the many networking and professional development opportunities it has to offer. For this is only the beginning of your journey. As you walk across the stage today, think about how far you've come. I know your friends and family are proud of you for the hard work you've put into completing your degree. And so are we. Once more, I extend my sincere congratulations and we wish you every success for the future.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Margaret Shield, Vice-Chancellor of QUT. Today we celebrate the excellence of your achievements, the commitment you brought to your learning, and the dedication and perseverance you showed through every challenge. You chose our university because you wanted the real-world skills that industry demands. Today, surrounded by proud family and friends, either in the room or supporting you from afar, you stand before us as qualified professionals and emerging leaders ready to make meaningful contributions in your chosen fields. You have mastered complex disciplines while managing work, family, and personal responsibilities. You learn from and alongside researchers addressing our most pressing global challenges: climate science, healthcare innovation, and transformative technologies. And you achieved your qualification on lands that have served as places of teaching and learning for thousands of years, joining an unbroken tradition of scholarship and discovery. QUT is an ambitious, world-class university ranked amongst the top 200 globally. Our cutting-edge research in technology and innovation distinguishes us, but our true distinction lies in real-world graduates like you. Each project and placement has prepared you to enter your careers with confidence, and you now join a distinguished network of alumni, leaders in industry, innovators in research, and champions of positive change. As you embark upon your next chapter and go on to achieve remarkable things, remember you will also be judged by the care and compassion you show for others and the way in which you use your knowledge in the service for a greater purpose. On behalf of the entire QUT community, I sincerely congratulate you on your graduation and wish you all the best for what lies ahead.
Guests and graduates, please stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
Please be seated. I'm Professor Troy Farrell, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Science, and I'm delighted to be your host for this evening's graduation ceremony. In commencing the proceedings, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land with a Welcome to Country video.
Balka be Balka, welcome in the language of the Yagara people. We acknowledge the Turrbal and Yagara peoples as the First Nation owners of the lands of where QUT now stands. For thousands of years, the Turrbal and Yagara people have gathered along the banks of Maiwa, the Brisbane River, to share their knowledge and stories. We pay our respects to their elders, laws, customs, and creation spirits. We recognise that these lands where QUT now stands have always been places of teaching, researching, and learning. We acknowledge the important role Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people play within our QUT community. From Moreton Bay, inland as far as the Great Dividing Range near Warwick and Toowoomba, as far north as the Caboolture River, including the lands around Brisbane City, Meanjin. Yura yura yinala, balka bi balka, nganguru maramakoro nganya birali, nganya bayam. Welcome to the traditional country of the Turrbal and Yagara people.
Presiding over this evening's ceremony is Professor Robina Xavier, Provost, and it's now my pleasure to invite her to confer the awards and certificates.
On behalf of the University and QUT Chancellor Ms Anne Sherry AO and QUT Vice-Chancellor Professor Margaret Shiel AO, I add to you all my very warm welcome. I also acknowledge Professor Troy Farrell, Associate Professor James Blinko, the Head of School, Chemistry and Physics, our Student Representative Christopher Hutton, and QUT staff. I now call on Professor Troy Farrell to certify the eligibility of graduands to be awarded their qualifications.
Will all graduands for diplomas, certificates, bachelors and masters please stand if you're able? Presiding Officer, I have the honour to inform you that the graduands standing here today are entitled to be awarded diplomas or certificates or be admitted to bachelor's or master's degrees. I certify to you and to the University that they have fulfilled the conditions prescribed for their awards and degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the QUT University Council, I award diplomas and certificates and admit bachelor's and master's degrees upon those graduands in attendance today. I also confer awards and admit to degrees upon those qualified graduands who have been certified for this ceremony in absentia. Congratulations to you all.
Please be seated. Would candidates to be presented with doctoral degrees please stand if you're able? Presiding Officer, I have the pleasure of presenting to you candidates for doctoral degrees from the Faculty of Science. The Doctor of Philosophy, or PhD, is awarded for the successful completion of a substantial body of independent research, sustained in its scholarly character and which makes an original contribution to the field. I certify to you that these candidates and those registered for this ceremony in absentia have met the requirements for the award of a Doctor of Philosophy.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the QUT University Council, I confer doctoral degrees on those standing here and any candidates certified for this ceremony in absentia. Congratulations. Please be seated. Our graduates have been admitted to their degrees and awards now, and in the ceremony that follows, we will honour each of them individually as they walk across the stage and receive the recognition they have worked so hard to earn. But before we do, let's take a moment to acknowledge that no one arrives here alone. Behind every graduate stands an important group of people who enable them to get to this point. Parents who worked hard and made sacrifices, patient partners, friends who encouraged, siblings who listened, mentors and staff who inspired and believed in them. To everyone who has supported, sustained, and championed our graduates, this moment also belongs to you. And you deserve our congratulations and gratitude. Thank you very much. I add my acknowledgement of the Turrbal and Yagara people, the traditional owners of the lands where we meet today, and the lands on which QUT now stands. The enduring connection to country that was highlighted in the video reminds us that all knowledge is built on foundations laid long before us, and acquiring that knowledge and the wisdom to apply it is a privilege not to be taken lightly. We gathered too within an academic tradition that dates back centuries, and which is symbolised by the gowns and traditions of today's ceremony. These are part of a global community bound by a shared commitment to truth, rigour, and the advancement of human understanding. Traditions that we must continue to cherish in a rapidly changing world. QUT has always tried to do more by both honouring these traditions and bringing them to the real world. Engagement with the opportunities and challenges of the real world embodies everything we do at QUT and all that we expect of our graduates. We know that they will not only shape the world they are entering, but also have the confidence to create opportunities, not simply wait for them. And just as your friends and family are proud of what you have achieved, so too are we all at QUT. We look forward to you walking across the stage with pride in your achievements, carrying the ancient traditions, the respect for country, the love of those who helped you get here, and the real-world foundations of the real-world education. Good luck and all the best.
Graduation is one of the most delightful aspects of university life. Of course, today belongs to our graduates, but it is also a time for my colleagues, when the hours spent preparing courses, marking essays and exams, and supporting our students comes to life in a ceremony. Today we will present more than 175 degrees and awards. We'll have a short musical interlude during the proceedings. At the conclusion of the award presentations, we'll be addressed by the student representative, Christopher Hutton. Finally, I would also like to welcome those who are live streaming from around the world. I join with the presiding officer and all of our guests in recognising and reflecting on the personal achievements of our graduates. I now call on Ms Marie Clancy to announce the graduates and our presiding officer to acknowledge the awards.
Presiding Officer, I have the pleasure of presenting to you graduates from the Faculty of Science to be admitted to bachelor's degrees. For the Bachelor of Data Science, Suprerak Bidari. Neo Hagel. Mindok Yuen. For the Bachelor of Data Science with Distinction, Michael Barnum. Sabari Chitharangathan, sorry, my mistake. Sabari Chitharangathan Sakunala. Nat Quang Dang. Jingrong Li. Natalia Minik. Trung Hu Pham. Ian Saboda. Damien Stanton. For the Bachelor of Mathematics, Christopher Pepper. For the Bachelor of Mathematics with Distinction, Chloe Norton. Sharen Zain. For the Bachelor of Science, Ryan Bates. Samuel Brennan. Gabrielle Edwards. Molly Fisher. Mugang Kim. Charlie Nankaro. Jason Sharman. Aaliyah Spalding. Taj Keo. Samuel Packbeer. Gisela Chandra. Ruby Tyrrell. Alexander Forbes. Lachlan Haupt. William North. Cooper O'Keefe. Daniel Power. Samuel Steele. Alyssa Courtney. Joshua Hall. Quinton Cool. Emma Palmer. Dale Wally. Bradley Gilmore. Emily O'Neill. Morgan Stavronudis. For the Bachelor of Science with distinction, Christopher Hutton. Charlotte Selwood. Sienna Thompson. Lara Carter. Marina De Labio. Prasansa Gale. Matthew Harley. Bernard Morgan. Bailey Eastwell. Olivia Bueller. Millie Gould. Kane Haware. Samuel Hulls. Daniel Abbey. Megan Barclay. Natalie Hazefka. For the Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Data Science, Ayesha Ahmed. For the Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Mathematics with Distinction, Latrice Contessa. For the Bachelor of Science with Distinction, Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Felix Galvez. For the Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Games in Interactive Environments, Johan Dantok. Chester Chu. Calvin Min Kwong Nguyen Vu. For the Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Information Technology, Mitchell Frisch. Jacinta Hutes. For the Bachelor of Science with Distinction, Bachelor of Information Technology with Distinction, Jadzia Bigenshaw. For the Bachelor of Science with Distinction, Bachelor of Mathematics with Distinction, Evelyn Bold. For the Bachelor of Science Honours, First Class Honours, Joseph Dwayne. Presiding Officer, I have the pleasure of presenting to you graduates for the graduate certificates. For the Graduate Certificate in Business Analysis, Helen Verez. For the Graduate Certificate in Business Process Management, Angelina Matthews. For the Graduate Certificate in Data Analytics, Alison Bowers. Frederick Fiedler. Shalong Lee. For the Graduate Certificate in Data Science, Fabio Enrique Aldana. Sorry. Rafael de Oliveira Rosa. Mark David Tumachta. Presiding Officer, I have the pleasure of presenting to you graduates for master's degrees. For the Master of Applied Science, Olivia Sharp. Emma Stones. For the Master of Data Analytics, Nandan Chandrasekhar. Tivoli Chichester. Maria Gonzalez Vasquez. Yenton Lodi. Amit Nair. Saravana Muthu Kuma Natreya Gunasekhan. Mahal Ori. Rishikesh Patil. Ronald Reggie. Akriti Shavesta. Celestino Tivirai. Yijiao Wang. Selena Ho. Adam Milosavljevic. Nora John. Turumala Karu. Wipachaye Laro. Nam Phong Le. Anashreya Pandey. Saketh Regimon. Luis Sanchez Gachilles. Adash Dumu. Maria Joseph. Harika Kotu. Karosurin Tawu George. Presiding Officer, we will now have a brief musical interlude performed by Lauren Bradnam. This will be followed by further presentation of awards. Presiding Officer, I have the pleasure of presenting to you graduates from the Faculty of Science to be admitted to master's degrees. For the Master of Data Science, Ugansaseg Ahu. I'll say that again, my apologies. Ugansaseg Ahu. Yi Ji Ang. Shanza Asgar. Pumisit Chantapimpa. Muhammad Ijamamu Chajuri. Feline Angeli Buharin Gonzalez. Marie Yakubovich Depolaski. Jay Lee. Yi Tang Lu. Jane McNamara. Jiachi Min. Mikila Arasu Mohankuma. Prirata Nakatit. Than Trung Nguyen. Isabella Noble. Tegan Osborne. Lekon Lin Pham. Oliver Pinnell. Sanjay Rego. Jacinta Salyu. Songyi Sang. Camille Erin Sevillana. Wenbo Shao. Youngjun Suan. Jidapa Tonganta. Paola Vaca Gonzalez. Prajwal Venkatesh Kalkani. Weng Yang Wong. Presiding Officer, I have the pleasure of presenting to you remaining graduates for the Bachelor of Science, Mark Skinner. For the Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Data Science, Chelsea Tom. For the Graduate Certificate in Data Analytics, Pedro de Oliveira Nunes. Presiding Officer, I now call upon Associate Professor James Blinco to present the candidates for research and doctoral degrees.
Presiding Officer, I have the pleasure of presenting to you candidates for research degrees from the Faculty of Science. The Master of Philosophy involves a course of advanced study and a substantial research project. For the Master of Philosophy, Eliza Deman. William Holdsworth. Puvanitha Namalan. Shubham Patel. Ami Ibrahim Rizayan. Hashini Wahalan 3G. Obi Carwood. Ayusha Anand. Presiding Officer, I have the pleasure of presenting to you candidates for doctoral degrees from the Faculty of Science. The full citations of each of the Doctor of Philosophy degrees to be awarded today and the names of their supervisors are provided on the Graduands webpage. For the thesis title, Optimising Remote Sensing to Spatially Predict Above-Ground Biomass and Soil Organic Carbon at Field Scale in Subtropical Grasslands, I present to you Dr. Sahar Ahmadi. For the thesis title, Forward Genetic Screening in Nicotiana benthamyana to Unravel Genes Responsible for Successful Anthocyanin Production, I present to you Dr. Fatima Ahmed. For the thesis title, Computational Discovery and Design of High-Performance Electrocatalyst for Clean Energy via Hydrogen Evolution Reaction, I present to you Dr. Mohammed Ahmed. For the thesis title, Novel Analytical Platforms for Sensing Bioactive Molecules at Ultratrace Levels, I present to you Dr. Fatima Al-Zubaydi. For the thesis title, Drought Survival Strategies of Nicotiana benthamiana, I present to you Dr. Leila Asedja. For the thesis title, Artificial Intelligence for Analysing and Benchmarking Corporate Modern Slavery Statements, I present to you Dr. Adriana Eufrosina Bora. For the thesis title, Optimisation of Inorganic Metal Halide Perovskite for Stability and Optoelectronic Applications, I present to you Dr. Wei Sun Chu. For the thesis title, Mitigating Parasitic Reactions Enabling Lean Anodes and Greening Cathodes in Aqueous Zinc-Ion Batteries, I present to you Dr. Asanga Dialwis. For the thesis title, New Methods in Bayesian Design for Monitoring Submerged Shoals off the coast of Western Australia, I present to you Dr. Dilashia De Silva. For the thesis title, Predicting Animal Movement with Flexible Statistical Models and Deep Learning, I present to you Dr. Scott Forrest. For the thesis title, Modelling Moisture Migration and Swelling in Engineered Wood Products, I present to you Dr. Patrick Grant. For the thesis title, Development and Optimisation of High-Performance Magnesium Bismuthide-Based Thermoelectric Materials for Near-Room Temperature Applications, I present to you Dr. Bo-Xuan Hu. For the thesis title, Developing Bioactive Polymers Derived from Brown Algae, I present to you Dr. Kyle James. For the thesis title, Bias, Bias Reduction and Implications in Predictive Regression, I present to you Dr. Hashani Jayatelka. For the thesis title, Comparative Functional Analysis of FT, TFL1 and FD homologs reveals conserved flowering pathways in avocado, macadamia and mango, I present to you Dr. Amanda Johnson. For the thesis title, Nitroxide Hybridized Redox Active Therapeutic Agents, I present to you Dr. Astrid Laren. For the thesis title, Strategies for Reduced Processing Costs in Remanufactured Nickel, Manganese, Cobalt, Lithium-Ion Battery Cathodes, I present to you Dr. Courtney Elise Lewis. For For the thesis title, Designing Functional Supramolecular Glasses Through Dynamic Molecular Assembly, I present to you Dr. Zixuan Liu. For the thesis title, Investigation of BCL2 3' UTR-driven plant stress tolerance through microRNA and RNA interference, I present to you Dr. Hao Long. For the thesis title, Mapping Lipid Diversity in Biological Systems Through Advanced Mass Spectrometry Technologies, I present to you Dr. Ranjika Magona Gurunasalaga. For the thesis title, New Methods in Experimental Design for Subsampling Big Data, I present to you Dr. Amalan Mahendran. For the thesis title, Optimal Development and Deployment of New Technologies for Ecosystem Conservation, I present to you Dr. Louis Pascal. For the thesis titled, Predictive Spatial Ecology for the Conservation of Antarctica's Life on Land, I present to you Dr. Charlotte Patterson. For the thesis title, Advanced Nanomaterials Enabling Clean Manufacturing via Sustainable and Photoswitchable Photocatalysis, I present to you Dr. Bayun Pilikubragi. For the thesis title, The Organisation and Epigenetics Landscape of the Nicotiana benthamina genome, I present to you Dr. Budini Ranawaka. For the thesis title, Exploring the Potential of Nitroxide Steroidal Hybridized Compounds as Redox Modulating Anti-Inflammatory Drugs, I present to you Dr. Karl Soltau. For the thesis title, Mining for Fusarium Wilt Susceptibility Gene Targets in Banana for Editing and Disease Resistance, I present to you Dr. Georgie Stephen. For the thesis title, Fabricating Silver Microstructures on Zinc Oxide Thin Films Through Laser-Driven Photodeposition, I present to you Dr. David Sutton. For the thesis title, Extreme Events and Ecosystem Services, I present to you Dr. Alex Watkins. For the thesis title, From Natural Structures Towards Bio-Inspired Advanced Materials, I present to you Dr. Binoja Wijeratna. For the thesis title, Interfacial and Electrolyte Engineering for High-Performance Aqueous Zinc Metal Batteries, I present to you Dr. Tong Yang. The QUT Outstanding Doctoral Thesis Award recognises and promotes excellence in postgraduate research and is awarded to 17 out of 164 doctoral graduates this year. For the thesis title, Methodologies for Level Set-Based Topology, Optimisation with Application to Piezoelectric Material Design, I present to you Dr. Zachary Wiegert. Presiding Officer, that concludes the presentation of all the graduate awards. Presiding Officer, we invite a small number of students who have combined academic excellence with service to the university community to deliver the address on behalf of the graduating cohort. Today's speaker, Christopher Hutton, undertook the Bachelor of Science, majoring in Biological Sciences with distinction, and has participated in a range of activities. Chris approached his degree with a strong commitment to academic excellence and a genuine desire to develop his scientific ability. He was recognised throughout his degree, earning multiple Dean's Commendations for academic excellence and his place on QUT's College of Excellence. Having always loved the ocean, he deepened his interest in ocean-derived technologies and at the potential of marine biological systems. Chris spent 6 months abroad at Arizona State University on an international exchange, studying through the School of Ocean Futures. The experience became a defining chapter of his degree, allowing him to immerse himself in American college life, study science in a global setting, develop connections with an international scientific community, and return with a broader perspective of science and the world. Chris plans to continue into postgraduate study with an interest in applied biotechnology and marine sciences, exploring the real-world potential of ocean-derived technologies. It is my honour and pleasure to ask Chris Hutton to come forward to address us.
Good evening, Presiding Officer, distinguished members of the official party, fellow graduates, families, friends and guests. I begin by acknowledging the First Nations people as the traditional owners of the land on which we celebrate tonight, and I pay my respects to elders past and present. It is a privilege to stand here tonight on behalf of the graduating cohort. Tonight, we mark the completion of an important chapter in our lives and the beginning of many more. It is a moment to look back with pride, to celebrate what we have achieved, and to recognise the opportunities that now lie ahead. It is a celebration of determination, perseverance, and sacrifice. Years of balancing work, university, and social commitments. Effort that has become something tangible in the degrees we receive tonight, and in the futures they now open before us. Whilst it is a celebration of how far we have come, it is also a moment to pause and recognise the people, support and sacrifices that have brought us here. When we ask what has allowed humanity to achieve so much, the answer is not individual intelligence alone. It is our ability to use our intelligence to build together as a collective and support one another, to learn from one another, to pass knowledge forward, and to take the work of those who came before us and carry it further. That is why tonight belongs not only to the graduates in the room, it belongs to the parents, families, and loved ones who made sacrifices, often quietly and without recognition. It belongs to the family and friends who encouraged us, the professors and educators who challenged us, and of course, the 48-hour extensions. It also belongs to the collective before us who asked questions, recorded discoveries, challenged old ideas, and built the foundations we have studied. Graduation is not only an individual achievement, it is a shared achievement. Every degree awarded here tonight represents the remarkable achievements that can happen when people invest in themselves and one another. Tonight, I would also like to recognise how fortunate we are. To receive an education is truly a privilege. To do so in Australia at QUT is something that should not be taken for granted. We have studied at an institution committed not only to the attainment of knowledge, but to knowledge that makes real differences far beyond the classroom. QUT has taught us that ideas are their most valuable when they are applied. Knowledge solves problems, improves lives, and helps us understand how we can contribute to making the world a better place. For those of us graduating in science, this carries a significant responsibility. Science is not just about knowing more, it is about educating, questioning, challenging what we think we know, and using evidence to genuinely improve the lives of others. That responsibility will take different forms for every one of us, but its purpose remains the same, to use our passions and expertise to make a genuine difference in the world. The degrees we receive tonight are not just evidence of what we have learned. They're an invitation to keep learning, to keep contributing, and to use our knowledge with purpose. So to my fellow graduates, congratulations. We should be proud of what we have achieved, but more than that, we should be excited by what we now have the opportunity to do. May we leave here with the gratitude for those who helped us, pride in what we have achieved, and the courage to use what we now know to help shape a better future. I wish every graduate the very best for what comes next, and I hope we live our lives with ambition, purpose, and fulfillment in the positive changes we choose to make.
Congratulations, Christopher, and thank you for that truly inspiring address. Family and friends, we've almost come to the end of our ceremony. However, I suspect that at least some of you would have been told by your graduates that you were not to cheer or to whistle or to be too noisy as they crossed the stage. Well, I think that we should now all just ignore that advice and congratulate our graduates by making as much noise as possible to celebrate their graduation. Thank you all. Before I close, I'd like to thank the wonderful staff who have arranged this graduation for us and assisted us here today. It's not an easy job, and we thank you. I now close by extending my personal congratulations and those of the university to all of our graduates, and our best wishes to their assembled family, friends, and supporters. Staff will assist graduates, family, and friends to leave safely, so please be seated and wait to be guided accordingly. Graduates, families and friends, would you all please stand, if you're able, as the academic procession leaves the stage. Thank you, and now go out and celebrate.